Welcome back to the 13th annual Halloween special. Tonight we're talking about a new film, Bone Lake, directed by Bryce Morgan. This film has been getting a lot of really good buzz out of festivals over the past couple years, and now it's finally coming out in theaters. Here, a couple's vacation at a secluded estate is upended when they're forced to share the mansion with a mysterious couple. A dream getaway spirals into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, and manipulation, triggering a battle for survival. Things are looking good for horror in October. I am so excited that I can talk to you about a new movie for this Halloween special. I met this filmmaker, Bryce Morgan, at Fantastic Fest this year. We both were guests on the King Cast, and we talked about some really great Stephen King movies. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode if it's up already, because I am filming this before it goes live. Hopefully it's live now. If it is, you can go check it out. And I got a chance to see her film, which I am so excited to tell you was a ton of fun. I had an absolute blast with this movie. Not only is it very tense and very unsettling, but it's also quite funny. And it's a really good exploration of modern relationships and how it's so easy to manipulate each other. If you just hear the right thing at the wrong time, or maybe the wrong thing at the right time, you can turn on each other and things can get very twisted very fast. This film also has some really gnarly injuries. It does not go light when it comes to blood, and one of the early injuries in the film actually made me jump back in my seat because it was very specific in its intent and quite surprising. I loved it. What Bone Lake also does really well is show that we can get ourselves into very awful situations just because we're trying to be nice and we want to avoid awkward scenarios. And so we're kind to people when we don't necessarily have to be. We're nice when maybe we should be a little more defensive to protect ourselves. And in the case of our two main characters in the film, we understand why they're making the choices they make. It's not like we look at them and are like, what are you doing? It's more like, yeah, I don't know exactly what I would do if I was presented with this situation. Because they're given a lot of chances to get out of situations that are meant to cause harm. But they're constantly drawn back in because the right thing is said and it feels safe all of a sudden. And it's a really good way of looking at how we, even in our relationships with friends or strangers, people we've just met, we just don't want to offend them. And so we let them do things that maybe we shouldn't. As advertised, Bone Lake is definitely a movie that explores awkward relationships in regards to sexual tension and things that you might not necessarily love hearing about or seeing. But it's also very good at manipulating that aspect of these two couples and how sometimes you look at one and you think, I wonder if they're happy. And the other one seems happier. And as a result, they clash. What's also great about Bone Lake is the pacing, because all of this romantic tension and manipulation does not get in the way of the thrills. This is a very violent movie. There is a lot of action. There's a lot of running and chasing and quite a bit of blood. And it's all balanced very, very well. You're never bored. You're never with the couples for too long and they're talking about things and you're like, okay, when's this stuff going to happen? It's extremely well paced in that regard. I also really found myself caring about the central couple. These actors are not only phenomenal in their roles, but they're written in a way that made me want to root for them. And when you begin to realize their relationship is struggling and it's not their fault, I really wanted them to succeed. I wanted them to be okay. I wanted their relationship to work out. And that's because these actors are phenomenal in their roles and they're written very well. I cared about them, which is one of the most important things about a horror film. When your characters are constantly in peril, you don't want them to just feel like they're disposable baggage. You want to care for them. And I did. Without getting into specifics, I found the finale of the movie very, very funny and super satisfying. It's supposed to be funny. I had a great laugh. I thought it was just a really, really clever way to end the movie. If you guys weren't aware of Bone Lake, you should definitely go see it in theaters and also watch anything that Bryce Morgan does in the future because she's really, really talented. And I know that some people might be like, Chris, you have a movie coming out in October. Why are you supporting other horror films that are technically your quote-unquote competition at the box office? I do actually want to talk about this. I am just not the type of person that can stop supporting my fellow filmmakers. We got Black Phone 2 coming out, which is written by my friend Cargill. We've got this film, Bone Lake, by my new friend Mercedes. And we've got Good Boy coming out, which I hope to review as well. Let's do a Barbenheimer thing here, man. Seriously, go see every horror film this October. Let Hollywood know that October is for horror. Support them all. See my movie, Shelby Oaks, which is coming out October 24th. But also see Black Phone 2, see Good Boy, see Bone Lake. See it all, man. Let's try to find a way to, just make this a thing. Let's see everybody's movies. I want to support my fellow filmmakers and people that I am inspired by constantly. So go to your local theater and let them know that we all love horror movies this October. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.